Okay, we're on page 85 in grammar. We're going to stand for the flag salute next. So go ahead and stand and face the flag. You can remove your hat, Brady. Salute, pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Good. Page 85. We're talking about imposter ly adverbs today. Have you guys ever heard that word imposter before?
Yes.
It means like when somebody's trying to be somebody else. I always think of like in Hollywood or Las Vegas how people dress up like Jack Sparrow, but they're not. The real Jack Sparrow is not really Johnny Depp, but they're acting like that or like him. So it's true in English too. Yes, Delilah.
One of my favorite actors are Johnny Depp and
Me too.
Adam Sandler.
Good morning. Hi, Holly. We just did the flag salute. We're on page 85 in the grammar. It's a small class. A lot of people are sick, and the president inauguration is this morning, so it's a big deal. So we're missing some people, but that's okay. We're recording. So yes, Johnny Depp is one of my favorites too. We're talking about imposters. So it says here at the top of page 85, an imposter ly adverb is a word that looks like an ly adverb because it ends in ly, but it's actually an adjective, not an adverb. Yes, Delilah?
Do you have a sharpener?
I do. You might need to plug it in the back, under the microwave back there. There should be a plug by that, the little vacuum right there. It's a red. Do you see it?
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, Hallie.
I think I forgot my grammar.
Oh no! Did you check?
Yeah. I forgot.
You have your binder in there at least? Okay. Okay. Maybe Brady, if you could share with her. Cool. Okay. So these words have ly, but they're not actually adverbs. If it says right here, if the ly word modifies a verb, an adjective or an adverb, it'll tell when, where, why, and when, where, why, how, and to what extent. It is an adverb. So let me explain what to what extent means. If I say like it's extremely cold outside, that's telling the extent of how cold it is outside. If I say extremely or mildly, or it tells like how bad it is outside. Okay, you're gonna write ly above each adverb. Look at the sentence here. It says the soldier thoughtfully shared his meal. That word thoughtfully is talking about how he shared his meal. That is an adverb, okay? Because the verb is shared. That's an action. So thoughtfully is telling how he shared it. So that makes it an adverb. If the ly word describes a noun or a pronoun, it will tell which one or what kind it is an adjective. Write adj above each adjective. So look at this example. The friendly soldier shared his meal. So we have the verb shared there still. But if you look at the word friendly, it's talking about the soldier. It's not talking about how he shared it. It's talking about the soldiers. And the soldier is a person, which means it's a noun, right? So the friendly soldier, friendly is an adjective. That's what they want you to remember. So sometimes ly words modify the verb. It tells how they do something. And then sometimes the ly word tells more about the noun, which would make it an adjective. So you have to pay attention because they're going to try to trick you in this book. You're going to see those ly words, and you have to decide, is it an adverb or is it an adjective? Delilah, are you taking notes on your...
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Look at the bottom of page 85 really quick. There's a list. That list is a list of the most common imposters. These are adjectives. These are not adverbs, even though they have ly. These are adjectives. So let's read that list going down together. These are adjectives, okay? So look at the list. We're going to read them down. Ready, read. Chilly, friendly, ghastly, ghostly, holy, kingly, nightly, lonely, lovely, lowly, orderly, prickly, queenly, ugly, worldly, wrinkly. All of those have ly. Did you notice that? But if you think about it, like the word chilly. It's not the chili you eat, although that's really good. I love chili. It's chilly as in it's cold. Like today, it's a chilly morning outside, right? It's describing the day, which is a noun. It's a chilly day outside. Or wrinkly, you might have a grandpa or great grandpa that might have a few wrinkles because they're old. Yep, you know. So wrinkly is describing the person, so that makes it an adjective. All right, let's go to the practice page 87. Anybody feel like reading that sentence today to us? Any takers? No? Okay, thank you, Brady. They're all looking around like, not me. Go ahead.
The king was weary. He called his daughter and told her that he must immediately return the stolen treasures.
Good. Okay, the word is weary. Have you heard that one before? Weary? Maybe? I've heard it in the Bible, actually, weary. It just means really tired or no energy at all. You're just like worn out. And I'm sure we've all felt that way before. So weary is just really tired. So you can check vocabulary on your list. And then go ahead and find the two articles by yourself. Mark those first. Don't forget when you guys do homework, I know I keep reminding you of this, but don't forget to read your sentence first before you start working on your list. Okay. 3 nouns. How about Delilah? Where are the 3 nouns?
King, daughter, and treasures.
King, daughter, and treasures. Boom, that was quick. You're right. 3 pronouns, Hallie. Do you see where the pronouns are?
Is it he?
Yes.
Her?
Yes.
She?
Good. I'm really glad you didn't say his, because that one is actually an adjective. So good job with that. So it's he, her, and she. Those are the 3 pronouns. And then there's 3 adjectives. Brady, I kind of gave you one already, but what are the 3 adjectives?
Yeah,
His.
weary?
Yes, good. Because that's describing the king. Very good. Weary is one, and then there's one more.
Stolen?
Yes, good. So stolen, you might think, hey, wait, that's a verb because when you steal something, it's an action. But this is telling what kind of treasures it is. So stolen treasures tells what kind of treasures it's stolen. Good. ly adverb, that's the easy one. Delilah. Where's the ly adverb?
Immediately.
Immediately. So this is new for us. You're going to put ly on top of that. Okay, just put ly. And then, since that was so short, Delilah, where's the coordinating conjunction? And. Is that what you were going to say? Yep. And then, how about Hallie, you do the that clause.
It's right next to she.
Okay, it starts with that. That's right. Then where does it go? Where's the end of it?
Does it go to treasure?
Goes all the way to treasures. So that she must immediately return the stolen treasures. That whole thing is the that clause. Mark it with parentheses, remember? And then you're going to write that on top of that to label it. How about verbs, Brady? Where are the verbs? And by the way, it says 3 subject-verb pairs, but there might be more than 3 verbs. There are. There's like 5.
Return.
Return is one.
He called.
Called is a verb, yes. That's an easy one because you can see that ed on there. You know that's your clue. So yes.
And told.
And told, good. There's actually 2 more that are going to be linking verbs. Yeah. In the first sentence, the king was weary. One of those is a linking verb.
What?
Yes, was. It's linking the noun king to the adjective weary. Okay, it's linking those 2 words together. And then there's one more verb. It's a linking verb inside the that clause too. It's a tricky one.
Must.
Must. Very good, because that's the only one that doesn't have a label yet, right? Good job with that. You can eliminate others and know must is actually a linking verb. Very good. So now we need the subjects, Delilah. So what subject goes with those verbs?
He goes with the called.
Good.
Told goes to the daughter.
No, actually, it's going to be he again. So he is the subject for that whole sentence. Does that make sense?
Oh, okay.
Because he told her, so he's the one that's doing the telling. So he's the subject there. Look before that, the king was weary. Where's the subject in that sentence? Who?
The verb is was and the king was the subject.
Good, there you go. So king is a subject, he is a subject, and then there's one more subject in the that clause.
She.
Good, she, very good. 2 capitals, you guys probably already have that marked. And then the end mark is just a period, easy peasy. You guys did great. That was easy. It's weird only having 3 of you in here. There's only 3 students here today out of 20. No, how many kids do we have? 12, I think.
Billion.
It seems like a billion. All right, done with grammar, so you can close that up. Let's get out your binders. We are finished with Why Opossum Has a Bare Tail, so you can go ahead and put that away in your finished folder. Except for the blue page, I want you to keep that page out. Okay, so go ahead, Delilah, in your front pocket, get out Why Opossum Has a Bare Tail. And put opossum away somewhere, but yeah, keep out your blue page. Just like Hallie did, you can put it up above there. We have another banned word, actually 2 more. And then after you put away Why Opossum Has a Bare Tail, go ahead and get out the next week, which is week 8. I'll give you some time, don't worry. And a lined piece of paper. So week 8 is called The Little Red Hen. Do you remember this story, Delilah? The Little Red Hen?
No.
Okay.
I think I've heard this story.
Yeah, it's been around, so you might remember it when you see it. Good job. Yeah, so all of this can go. Is this your finished part? Or I thought you were putting it in a different folder.
I don't have a finished one yet.
Is this yours? Isn't this your finished folder?
Oh. I know, I think I ran out of blank paper.
Yeah, isn't this where you're keeping all your finished stuff?
I was keeping the finished stuff here.
I mean, it's gonna fill up too fast. That's why I like you to put it in a different one. Here, you can hand me a stick.
I have a lot of finished ones in here, I think.
I think you do. Just move them all. That way your other binder doesn't get too crazy full.
Yeah.
Remember last time it got, like, it started popping out, it was so full.
Yeah. So it's so much.
So much. Yeah, so you can just stick it in this red folder whenever you're done, okay?
Okay.
Spot in this. Keep the other one organized more. You guys find it?
Finally done.
You need, go ahead and get out week 8, which is the Little Red Hen. I think there's 5. Keep going until you see, yeah, there you go.
Thank you.
Now it's a little easier to
Yes.
see around.
It's a template here.
Good. So you're gonna go behind this one, and then turn that page, and then it should be.
Oh
No, here I need to help you.
I never finished that one. I didn't come that week.
That's okay. Let's get you to where you're supposed to be here. There we go. Good, Delilah. So you see how this one says week 8. Go ahead and take out this top one. And there you go. See, that one says week 9, so that's all of week 8. So you can close your rings there.
I thought we were at week 13 or 14.
No, we're only on week 8. We're going to try to pick up the pace a little bit though, because we need to catch up. We're a little behind, but that's all right.
Yeah.
All right. On your blue page, and you found your page, right? Your blue page. I'm going to start with that one. Let me get these in here for her really quick. You're welcome. Takes a while to organize all that stuff. There. Okay. You should have say said and seesaw on there. You guys have those?
I do.
All right, the next one is going to be, so it's going to be the third box over where it has that little diagonal line in it. You're going to have to write kind of small because these are kind of big words, but you're going to put think and then thought. So basically the present tense of think is think. Past tense of think is thought. And now those are banned. Sorry, wah, wah, wah. Can't use think or thought anymore. So we got to stretch our brains a little bit and think about what other words can we use for think or thought. You guys have any ideas? Delilah?
Question, wished,
Yes.
and imagined.
Wait, say the first one. Questioned?
Question, wished, and imagined.
Wow. I thought you were telling me you had a question, and I was like, yes. Questioned, these are good. Wished, imagined, and then Hallie, you have another one?
Thought? Well, I'm actually under it.
I know, it's hard, huh? It's hard to think of a different one. Delilah?
Think.
No, that's the band one.
Thought.
Maybe dreamed, not funk either, no. Dreamed or dreamt. You can, dreamed is still a word. We'll just leave dreamed on there.
Sleep.
No. How about like hoped? It's hard to think of these words. They're things that happen inside your brain quietly, you know, nobody else hears it.
Chicken nuggets.
No. Hoped. What else? What about, ooh, remembered.
Good one.
Thank you. Remembered. I had to look at my book for something. Knew, like as in knew, I knew that in my head. You got one, Hallie?
No.
Reminded?
Reminded. Yeah. Actually, no, that would be something, that would be a way you say something. When you remind someone, you're telling them, don't forget to. It's a hard one because think and thought only happen inside our brains. So it is a little.
No.
Known. That might work.
And learn?
Yeah. I think learned, that kind of happens inside.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we can stop there. That's a pretty good list. Whenever you're doing your writing and you are tempted to use that word thought, and you look at your list and you're like, man, none of those really work for me, you can look in a thesaurus or on thesaurus.com. If your parents are okay with you getting online, you can even Google what's another word for thought, and then you'll see a big list there. But check with your parents before you Google that. But you're not going to be allowed to use think thought anymore. That's a tricky one. And there's one more. And it is, it's in this next box here. It's going to be go and went.
Gone.
That's a form of go, so we can't use going or gone or any of those words that are close to go. Went is just went. What's this? Another way we could say go or went? Yes, Hallie.
Far?
Far? How about the action of going? So this is like, instead of I went to the store, how else could you have an idea, Brady?
Ran.
I ran. Ran is a good one. How's another way we can get from one place to another? Hallie.
Jogged.
Jogged. And Delilah, what was yours?
Flew.
Okay. Flew. How about drove?
Chicken
Delilah?
nugget car.
No. Someday you're gonna get chicken nuggets in the right spot.
Yes, maybe.
But not there.
Wait, do you
Yes.
Walked.
Walked is one.
Do you have any chicken nuggets race?
No, I don't.
Sprinted.
Sprinted. I like that. How about like dashed or rushed? Those two would work too. Like if you rushed to the store or you rushed to your appointment because you're running late or something. All right, I'm gonna move this closer so you can see the words in case you need to write those down.
Oh, I have
Pause it there.
I have another good one.
What's another one?
Walked.
Oh, good. I think we have walked.
Alright,
got it.
Then flew.
Got flew.
Drove.
Got those. All right.
Got dropped.
So we're done with that. Let's keep it in your front
Still
pocket, though.
writing.
Oh, you can keep writing. Sorry. Don't mean to go too fast. I forgot to tell you, you do need a lined piece of paper. So I see Hallie and Brady have one. So Delilah, make sure you get one out too. I'm going to leave it up there, Hallie, so you keep writing.
You can
Bef-
erase the pink and black.
Okay, I can erase this side. Okay. Before we get too deep into the story, I want you to look at the pink page next. Go to the pink page from your stack of papers that you got out.
Yeah, good page.
Yeah, it should be in the stack of stuff you got out for Little Red Hen. You got them out. I don't know where you put them. I know you took them out. Wait, are these? Oh, here. These are yours, right, Delilah?
Oh, that's yours.
She has hers here.
Yeah, so this is
That's yours? Oh, okay.
this
Uh-oh. Maybe if you're not using it, you put it. Oh, here's the pink page first.
this is yours.
Wait, maybe this is mine. Because you have a pink page.
So,
The pink page
the pink
is a handy dandy list of LY adverbs for you to use. This is cool because sometimes, I don't know about you, but sometimes it's hard to think of one, right? Here's a nice list. Did you notice all the blanks on here? That's for you to write your own LY words on here. If you think of some, or when you're reading your book or reading something and you're like, man, that's a good LY word, I want to remember that. Put it on this list. Here's what I recommend. You can tape this on your wall at home, as long as the people you live with are okay with that.
I'll just keep it on this wall.
When you sit down to do your homework, then your list is right there. You don't even have to hunt for it. You can even put your band words list on the wall. Then you don't have to look for it.
Let's do one.
It's up to you. If you want to keep it in your binder, that's okay. But these are adverbs. These are not imposters. These are all adverbs that you can use in your story. So when you're looking for one for your dress up, use this list. Okay, now we're going to look at the yellow page next. All these colors today, right?
This looks like a Robin Hood.
Yeah, it does look like Robin Hood. So notice we're still talking about the story sequence chart. Now you guys have been doing that for King Midas, and you did it for Why Opossum Has a Bare Tail. You're going to do it for this story too. This is the last one we're doing with the story sequence chart. Yes, Delilah?
Is that clock right?
Yes. So there's 3 parts to the story. There's 3 paragraphs, and you can see here the first paragraph is next to that Roman numeral 1. And it says characters and setting. Remember, our first paragraph talks about characters and setting. The second paragraph talks about the conflict and problem. And then the third paragraph talks about the climax and resolution. Those are the 3 parts of a story, of a narrative. A narrative story is like a made-up story, okay? It looks like you're done, Hallie, so I'll use that. So let's do your line paper next. We need to get your chart ready. So my marker is running a little low here, but hopefully we'll still see it.
Why don't you use the red one?
I'll try this one. So you know what to do. Your name goes here. Yep, that one's better. Your name goes on the upper left. Today's date is 1/20/25. Skip a line, and then you want to put the little red hen. Delilah, yes?
Can you shush?
Restroom? Yeah, be quick though, okay? And then we're going to put SSC. Do you guys remember what SSC stands for?
Story sequence chart.
Story sequence chart. Good. And it's like a KWO. We know that one too, right? Brady, what's KWO?
Keyword outline.
Keyword outline. There you go. It's like that, but we make a chart with this. So we're going to make our boxes like we did for King Midas and Why Opossum Has a Bare Tail. So the first thing we need to do is in the middle of your page, a little to the left, you're going to draw a line down. Remember how we start with that? So see how I have a little more space on the right side than the left side? Somewhere around there. There you go. And this on the right side of that line is where we're going to start building our keyword outline. So we're going to start with Roman numeral 1. You guys remember this? And we're going to go all the way to 4 this time. I love that when you say yay, like another one. Roman numeral 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. Notice I leave a space there like we've been doing for keyword outline. Skip a line under 4. Roman numeral 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Skip a line, Roman numeral 3. I'll give you time to catch up, don't worry. 2, 3, 4. This is what we're working on, setting up the story sequence chart there. Once you have that done, give me a thumbs up. Good, thank you. Okay, now you probably remember you're going to draw your lines across right on top of the Roman numerals from that red line all the way to the edge of your paper, and then right on top of Roman numeral 2. Same with Roman numeral 3. You're just going to trace those lines, and then wherever the bottom of your line is, just trace that one all the way across so it looks like that. It's okay. It doesn't have to be perfect. Mine's not super straight either, so. All right, then we just talked about this on that yellow page, but what did we talk about first in the first paragraph of a story? Remember, Holly?
The character.
Characters and what else?
And like where they're at.
Yes, which is called the setting. I'm gonna write it like this. We have to kind of scrunch it here, but go ahead and write characters/setting. So first step, Delilah, is drawing that line down in the middle of your page, remember? Kind of a little to the left.
How many paragraphs are these? Really?
Say that again.
How many paragraphs are in this one?
This is going to be 3 paragraphs.
Okay.
And we're going to ask these questions, who and where. That's what we ask in that first paragraph. Remember how we talked about Kung Fu Panda? I always like to refer to that movie. I watched it actually this weekend. Have you seen it recently? It's pretty good. I really like the first one. That's my favorite one.
I watched the
The fourth one? So the first one it opens, I thought he was playing in his room, but he was actually having a dream in the first one. He was dreaming about the Fantastic Five or the Furious Five, whatever they're called.
I haven't watched it.
Okay, so maybe you can sometime. I think you would like it. But anyway, it's introducing the characters in his dream, and then he wakes up, and then you can see the action figures on his windowsill. So introducing the characters and the setting, that's always important to do, even if it's a movie or a book or a story or anything that you read that's a fiction story, like a made-up story. What about here, Brady? Do you remember what happens in the middle?
Conflict.
Yes. You can peek if you need to.
Problem.
And problems. So I'm going to write it like this. And this is when we ask the question, what? And that in Kung Fu Panda, that's when Tai Lung wants to take over the whole city. He wants power. And he wants revenge. I forgot about that part.
What did he want revenge for?
Well, remember he was adopted by Shifu?
Yeah.
And then he wanted to become the warrior, the dragon warrior, but Shifu didn't think he had too much evil in his heart, so he didn't let him be the dragon warrior, and so he wanted revenge for that. It's kind of sad, but you know, that's how the story goes. What about the third box, Delilah? What do we talk about at the end, that last paragraph? Do you remember what we talk about here?
Not really.
Because we have a problem. So what do we need to do with the problem? Like, if there's a problem, you need to fix it or solve it. Remember? Solve the problem. But there's another word called climax. You guys remember that one with the mountain? Yeah. So let's put climax.
Sure.
And then resolution. But that's basically means how are they going to solve their problem? So we're going to answer the question, how?
Do we do the mountain?
No, we don't need to. We can remember in our head on that one. I'm just showing them this is what you need to write down here. You can pause there. Okay. Now, question? Oh, sorry. We are ready. Now we're going to read the story. It's a long one. I don't know if you looked at it. It's 2 pages long. So I'm going to read this. You guys can follow along as I read it. You're going to look for these parts to the story. Character and setting, conflict problem, and then climax and resolution. So go ahead and put this on top, Delilah.
Sure.
There we go. It is called The Little Red Hen. Notice right underneath that it says, abridged from the 1818 telling by Florence White Williams. That just means this story was written in 1818, which was like 200 years ago.
1 billion years ago.
Not quite 1 billion, but 200. Still, it's a long time ago, before any of us were alive.
Well, that's when my dad was born.
No, I don't think so.
That was 200 years before my youngest sister was born.
Oh, wow. There you go. Because she was born in 2018?
Yeah.
Okay, there you go. But it used to be a story that they told, and now somebody wrote it down. But the story was originally written by Florence White Williams, okay? All right, so it's old. So some of this language, I'm going to have to explain to you what it means because we don't really use it anymore. Yeah. It says, a little red hen lived in a barnyard. Oh, there's our setting. Boom. Barnyard. And we already have a hen. That's one of the characters. But we'll write that down in a second. Just remember that. She spent almost all of her time walking about the barnyard in her pickety-peckety fashion, scratching everywhere for worms. As often as she found a worm, she would call, chuck, 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 to her chickies. When they were gathered about her, she would distribute choice morsels of her tidbit. A little busybody was she. Okay, so that word distribute is like to pass out, right? Like if you're playing cards, you're passing out the cards to your family. She's passing out pieces of this worm. She probably tore it apart, said one for you, one for you. And those little morsels of tidbit just means little pieces of the food. Okay, that's what that means. A cat usually napped lazily in the barn. So far we have the hen, the chickies, and now we have a cat. Not even bothering herself to scare the rat, another character, who ran here and there as he pleased. And as for the pig, another one, who lived in the sty, that's like a stall in the barn, he did not care what happened as long as he could eat and sleep. One day the little red hen found a seed. Carrying it about, she made many inquiries as to what it might be. That means she's questioning, like, what kind of seed is this? I wonder. She found it was a wheat seed, and that if planted, it would grow up, and then, when ripe, it would be made into flour and then into bread. She called loudly, "Who will help me plant the seed?" But the pig said, "Not I," and the cat said, "Not I," and the rat said, "Not I." "Well then," said the little red hen, "I will." And she did. Then she went on her daily duties through the long summer days. One day, the little red hen chanced to notice, that just means she just happened to notice, how large the wheat was and that the grain was ripe. So she ran about calling briskly, "Who will cut the wheat?" But the pig said, "Not I," the cat said, "Not I," and the rat said, "Not I." "Well then," said the little red hen, "I will." And she did. She got the sickle. Now a sickle is like a knife that's shaped, it's curved. Have you seen those before?
Yeah.
And you use them to cut down long grass or I don't know, long things. And so the wheat, that's what they use to cut down the wheat. She got the sickle out of the barn and proceeded to cut off all the wheat. Who will thresh the heat? Or the wheat, not the heat, the wheat. Okay, let me tell you what thresh means though. Have you heard that word before?
It means like take the stuff off the grain.
Yes. Have you heard that word in the Bible too? Because I have, yeah. So when you thresh wheat, there's a lot of the plant that you don't need. And then the grain is the part you do need, right? So you got to take it apart, take the grain out, put it in this pile, and the rest of the stuff is probably just trashed or burned or something like that.
Just throw it into the air and it blows away.
It blows away. It's like it's light and it just kind of goes with the wind. So yeah. So the grain you separate out. That's what thresh means. All right, on the back here. But the pig with a grunt said, "Not I," and the cat with a meow said, "Not I," and the rat with a squeak said, "Not I." So the little red hen, rather discouraged, said, "Well, I will do it then," and she did. "Who will carry the wheat to the mill to be ground?" Turning their backs, now they're getting rude, with snippy glee. The pig and the cat and the rat said, "Not I." Like they're getting sassy now. "Not I. What are you thinking?" So the good little hen could do nothing but say, "I will then," and she did. Mrs. Hen retired to her slumbers earlier than usual. That just means she went to bed early. She would have liked to sleep late in the morning, but as she opened one eye, she thought that today the flour must be made into bread. So after her chores, she hunted up the pig, the cat, and the rat. Still confident they would surely help her, she sang out, "Who will make the bread?" The pig said, "Not I," and the cat said, "Not I," and the rat said, "Not I." So then the little hen said once more, "I will then," and she did. She set the dough, kneaded the bread, divided it into loaves, and put them in the oven to bake. While the cat sat lazily by, the vain rat powdered his nose and admired himself in a mirror. Right, by the way, this is 200 years ago. They used to put powder on their nose, like whenever people would get sweaty and their nose would be like shiny, even the guys or girls, they didn't like their nose to be shiny. So it was before we had makeup. They used powder. And the powder, it's like baby powder. You put powder on your nose, even though it turns it white, it's not shiny anymore. So he was too concerned about the way he looked. The rat was just like checking himself, how do I look? And then powdering his nose. So he was vain. Okay, that's what that means.
I like
Delilah?
my nose to be shiny.
You like your nose to be shiny? Well, there you go. Let's see. And in the distance could be heard the snores of the dozing pig. At last, a delicious odor was wafted upon the autumn breeze. Do you know what that word wafted means? Have you heard that one, Hallie?
Floated through the air.
Yeah, have you ever been at home, like maybe in the other room and your mom's baking cookies and then all of a sudden you smell those cookies and you're like, oh, I hope I get to have one right when it comes out of the oven because they're so good when they're warm like that. So it got carried into the breeze like that and they smelled it. Yes, Delilah.
I like uncooked cookies.
Me too. Like the chocolate chip cookie dough. I love that too.
Me too.
The red hen called, "Who will eat the bread?" All the animals in the barnyard were watching hungrily and smacking their lips in anticipation. And the pig said, "I will." And the cat said, "I will." And the rat said, "I will." But the little red hen said, "No, you won't. I will." And she and her chicks ate the bread. She's like, you didn't help me. I'm not sharing my bread with you.
But the chicks didn't help her either.
Well, they're babies, so, that's okay. We can let it be okay with the chicks. Yeah, and so she said, "Nope, you're not going to eat it. I will." Ha, neener, neener. Okay, so now we got the story. We got lots of characters, lots to talk about here. But let's start filling out our story sequence chart. So the first thing I want you to do is circle the L in little and the R in red and the H in hen, because rather than using those 3 words and wasting them on our outline, we're going to abbreviate and say LRH. And she's the first one in the story, right? So we should introduce her. L next to Roman numeral 1, LRH. Okay, we got the little red hen. In the beginning, look back at the beginning. What are some words to describe her? How would you describe the little red hen in the beginning of the story, Delilah?
Red.
Okay, red. What else?
She was like a mother to those pigs.
She's a mother. What else, Delilah?
Little hen.
Okay, little and red, and she's a mother.
And she's the hen.
And it says she was busy. A little busybody was she, right? And she was busy with her chickies. And she kind of, it talked about this pickety-peckety fashion. It kind of sounded like she was happy. Like she liked to just peck around and feed her little chickies, and she was always busy doing stuff. So a word we could use, what's another word other than happy? What's a word could we use to describe that? Delilah?
Busy.
Busy. What's another word to describe happy?
Joyful.
I'm thinking joyful.
Excited.
Excited. So either one of those you can pick. I'm going to use joyful. I'm going to put joyful. And then I like that word busy. And then I'm going to put chickies here. Joyful, busy, and chickies. So she was taking care of her chickies. So you could say one day the little red hen was joyful and busy taking care of her chickies. That's how you could start that off. You can start with one day. All right, I'm going to go, each one of you is going to take a turn with the other characters. So I'm going to start with Brady. We'll go backwards. Who's next that comes in? It's the second paragraph there.
Cat.
The cat. And tell me about the cat in the beginning.
Lazy.
Lazy.
Tired.
Tired. Yes. He seemed like he was tired all the time. I like that. Cat was lazy and tired. If you have other words to describe the cat, you can put your own, so you don't have to write exactly like mine. Okay? But go ahead and write about the cat next, Delilah, okay? On number 1.
Huh?
Write this down next to regular number 1.
Sorry.
Cat, lazy, and tired.
Sure.
It's okay. And then Hallie, what's the next character that comes on the scene in that second paragraph?
The pig.
The pig. Gotta talk about the pig next. Tell me about the pig. What does the pig like to do?
Eat and sleep.
Eat.
And imagine him being like fat.
Yes. Eat and sleep. And if you want to talk about him being fat when you go to write that sentence, you can. Delilah?
How many paragraphs are we doing? Or I meant like this week.
We're doing 3. 3 paragraphs. We're gonna do all 3. We got to pick up the pace, so we're gonna get them all in this week. Okay, so now, Delilah, what's the last other character in the story? We've got the cat, we've got the pig, what else?
Rat.
The rat. And tell me about the rat.
No. Because he says not I.
Yeah, that's
No,
true.
I'm not
He says
doing
no a lot. Look at that second paragraph. See where, kind of in the middle where it talks about, oh wait, where is it? Wait, hold on, where is it? I had it. Oh. Right here it says, it's talking about how the cat not even bothering himself to scare the rat. See that word rat right there? And then tell me, how would you describe that rat? Other than saying no. What else
No.
about him?
No. There's not much about him.
Okay. Do you see where it says who ran here and there as he pleased?
Yes.
That's what it says. He ran here and there as he pleased. And there's a word for that. Have you heard the word carefree before?
No.
It's a compound word. You have care and free, and you put them together, and it's carefree. That just means he didn't care about anything. He was free of care. He just didn't care. He just ran around doing his thing.
Did you care about chicken nuggets?
I don't think so. So I want you to write that word carefree. That's a good way to describe him. But we also learned later he was, remember how he was the one looking in the mirror, like he's thinking he's all that. What's a word to describe somebody who's like, I just love myself. I think I'm all of that. What do you think?
Ego.
Ego. What else?
Selfish.
Selfish.
Vain.
Vain. Any one of those words. You put the one you like out of those three words. I'm going to put vain.
How do I spell selfish?
Selfish.
Ego, sorry.
Ego is E-G-O.
Okay, thanks.
You could say he has a big ego. That's usually how you say that. Like he's thinking he's all that. And a slice of bread.
If you put an extra G in that ego, you have ego.
Like Eggo waffles? Yes, you do.
Lego my ego.
Lego my ego. Okay, so we got all the characters, but we don't have the place yet. Where's the setting of this story, Hallie?
Barnyard?
The barnyard. Let's put that. And then Delilah? Sorry.
My favorite show is just about egos almost. Because
Oh, really?
One of the parts of it.
So Delilah, she's in the barnyard. What does she find? The little red hen finds something. What does she find?
Food.
LRH, not food. In the beginning, she finds something.
Little red hen.
What does she find, Delilah?
I look back. Seeds.
Okay. A seed. There you go. Do you remember what kind of seed it was?
Weed.
Wheat.
Wheat.
Wheat, like what we use to make bread. So wheat and then seed. I went off my page there, but so I have barnyard, LRH, yeah. Wheat and seed.
Oh wait, never mind. That's just 3.
Got it? So we went to 4 on this, yeah. So hopefully you have room there to put in a 4.
Yes.
Okay.
I have an extra line.
Now I'm gonna put LRH here again, little red hen. What does she want to do with that seed?
She wants to turn it into bread.
Turn it into bread, yes. So I'm gonna put wheat, and then I'm gonna put an arrow, and then I'm gonna put bread. That's gonna remind us she wants to take the wheat and grow it and get it ready to make bread, because ultimately that's what she wants. At the end of the day, she wants some bread. What is the first question she asks, Hallie? She's got the seed, and now she's like,
She asked, who will plant my seed?
who will help plant? So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put little quotes here, like this is what she's saying. And I'm going to put help plant with a question mark. All right, this is where everybody is kind of rude. What do they all tell her? Not I. So we already have 2 words here, so I'm going to use the word no. But before I do that, I gotta make sure I'm okay, I gotta remember who the characters are. So back up here under Roman numeral 1, I want you to circle C for cat, P for pig, and R for rat. See how I have CPR right here? Cat, pig, and rat. CPR, you've probably heard that before, huh?
Yeah.
That's when you save somebody's life. But in our story, it's the cat, the pig, and the rat.
CPR.
CPR. Not CPR to save life, but...
So the cat, the rat, and the pig...
Oops, hold on.
The cat, the pig, and the rat are dying and they need CPR?
No. Let's put CPR, and then we're going to put no right here. I accidentally wrote it on line 2, but it should be on line 1. So we have help plant. CPR said no. But
I think the cat, the pig, and the rat are dying.
and then it grows, right? It grows, and then she asks, I'm going to go kind of fast here because I want to make sure you have everything you need to write your paragraph. And I'm going to put no on all these, but when you guys go to write, think of other ways to say no, like no way, Jose, or not I. What else could you say?
The opposite of yes.
The opposite of yes. Well, you would say, try to think of different ways to say it.
Never.
Never, that's a good one.
Nah, dog.
Nah, dog. That's a good one.
Ever.
Ever. Or you can say If you use that would be like UH. That's how you would spell So when you go to write it, don't just say no on every one of them. Come up with other ways to say it.
I think you put the N right before, so it's like N-U-H-U-H.
Oh, nuh-uh.
Yeah.
Okay, that's another way to say it. Nuh-uh.
Yeah.
All right, so it grows. Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
And then she's asking, who will thresh? Oops, hold on. Before you write thresh, let me check that. Oh, yeah, that's right. Thresh and carry to the mill. Remember that part? CPR, no, again.
CPR. They need CPR.
So we have thresh, carry, no. So when you go to write that, you're going to have to think about how to word that.
So do you write, why is there a tiny 4 right there? Or is it, oh, never mind. I thought it was a 4.
Oh, you got it?
Yeah.
Okay. I know it's kind of small, CPR, and they said no to this one too. I'm going to go kind of fast here because I want to make sure you guys get all this so you can write your 3 paragraphs this week. That's the problem. We just finished the box about the problem because nobody's helping the poor hen. That's her problem. Nobody's helping her. But she's a strong hen. She does it all by herself. She doesn't need their help. She's like, I don't need your help. Fine, I'll do it by myself. And the last one is help bake. CPR, no. Yes.
I think at the end of the story that all the CPR and the little red hen had CPR, and
Okay.
when after she had CPR, she had chicken nuggets to eat.
Oops. Knead dough and then bake. Well, later when we write up made-up stories, you can do that. But for this story, Delilah, it needs to follow the same plot. Okay, you can't change it up. They're not going to die, and they're not needing CPR. So you can just get that out of your head. So this is when she starts kneading the dough, and she's baking it all by herself. While she's doing this, though, remember, the cat is just lazing around, doing nothing, lazy. The pig is snoring, and the rat is looking in the mirror at his beautiful face, and he's powdering himself on his nose. Then, good job writing, you guys, keep writing. Then the smell wafted in the breeze. So I'm going to put smell. wafted. I like that word. That's a good strong verb, by the way. In the breeze. And then the final question. Who will help me eat the bread? And what do they say? I will, I will, I will. And then what does she say? No. No, you won't. Oh, another good one is nope. You can use that one. Nope.
Or you could go just no.
Or just no. Mix those up in there when you tell a story. Okay, so she says, who, let's see, help eat, question mark, CPR. And then I'm going to put I will. I know that it's an extra word, but just for this one time, we'll let it be okay. Because I have help eat and then I will. That's okay. And then she says, no, or no way, Jose. And then she says, I will. And then she gives them to all her chickies. I'm going to add chickies in here. Or you can draw a little picture of a chickie if you want. Because I have too many words on this one too, but that's okay. Okay. I know it was fast. Lightning speed. You guys are going to use this outline to write 3 paragraphs this week. We're bumping it up. You got this. You're ready for this. 3 paragraphs. It's all right here. Don't forget about your checklist. And you have a new banned word now. Remember, a couple new ones. You have think thought and go went. So don't use those words anymore. Remember? That's on your checklist.
I will use go went for sure.
Well, I'm going to take off a point if you do that. I'm going to hold this here so that they can see. There you go. So your homework is 3 paragraphs. Use your checklist. Bye.